Hello vinyl community on YouTube. Frank here, aka Mr. 666 Calls, back from a long while, but I'm back. So I'm gonna show some of my new records. It's not because I haven't been posting videos that I haven't bought stuff. I did get a lot of stuff. I got about maybe 15 new records. All those CDs you see at the back over there, that's about 400 of them. That's all new stuff that I got in the last 3 weeks, and I got maybe over 100 used records. There was a huge sale this past week at the record store where I buy everything that didn't have a barcode on their price tags from $4.99 and below was at $1. And above that was at 50%. New records minus 15, and some new arrivals in the used stuff minus 30. So there was a crazy sale all week. So of course I couldn't resist. You know, I needed my fix. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you what I got. Actually, what's playing in the background, hope you guys can hear it. It's the new Saxon. I was lucky enough to see them like 2 weeks ago. It was 23 years ago that they came for the first time in Canada, and they were here like 2 weeks ago. Man, for rockers that are all over 50 into their 60s, man, they can kick ass. This is an amazing album, Back to Form. It's called Call to Arms, and it's Saxon's latest LP. And actually got lucky, I cut the drummer stick. I forgot to bring it in to show it to you guys. And another thrash metal album, the latest Anthrax, Worship Music, Gatefold, beautiful artwork. This is the back sleeve. This is a colored vinyl, very interesting. It's black and gold. If I can open it up, I'll show it to you. Here you go. Pretty cool, huh? Sorry for the glare, guys. And it's an amazing record. And I got a placemat with it, with this picture, you know, with the Anthrax logo for my turntable. And if you guys have to buy one psych pop / rock LP this year, guys, you gotta grab this one. It's a release on Light in the Attic. This is Sing Jung Young, Beautiful Rivers and Mountains, the psychedelic rock sound of South Korea, 1958 to 1974. It's a double LP on 180 gram. Wow, what a trip. This is amazing. Nice thick cardboard sleeve. Beautiful liner notes as usual. You guys know that I love to read these while I'm listening to the music. A lot of info, and I do hope they release some of his LPs on their own, because this is amazing. These are some of the cover record sleeves of his albums. Amazing again. That's one of my top 10 for sure of this year. And to some Brain Ticket, Cottonwood Hill. At last I got my copy. I didn't buy it before because this was over $40 here in Canada, and the price came down to $21, so I was very happy. Gatefold, of course, with an OB strip. And what's good, you get a CD version for your car. So pretty cool. Nice cover artwork. This is released on Lilith. Am I right? Yeah, Lilith Records. It's a reissue, and it sounds amazing. Now to some death metal. Skeleton Witch. It's a trifold. Amazing artwork and an amazing record. It's on 180 gram vinyl. As you guys can see, this is beautiful artwork. This is one of my favorite newest bands. I think it's their third or fourth release. And this is the record sleeve, as you guys can see. And I got mine pre-ordered with a long sleeve shirt. It's just, you know, like plain black vinyl and heavy. And pretty cool. It comes with a download. Now to some, I was very happy to grab this. This is the Battle's first LP. This is mirrored. It's a reissue. It's released on Warp Records because the first run is sold out. So this is a second reissue, gatefold double LP on 180 gram vinyl. Just an amazing record also. And as you guys probably seen the video, I did a trade with Derek Vaughan for some French-Canadian folk / prog music, and I'm gonna show you what I got in exchange. Got a nice little letter from Derek. I got an ECM title, Art Ensemble of Chicago, Full Force. I got David Van Tighem, These Things Happen. I know I'm Canadian. Sorry, but I have to admit this is my first Neil Young LP. On the Beach. The sleeves are pretty beat, but the records play fine. And my second Neil Young, Time Fades Away. It's a pretty good start. And last but not least, Chris Squire, Fish Out of Water. It's his first solo album. And Dr. Deadwax, you know, like mention a book, you know, like the top 100 Canadian albums. I have to admit I didn't have it, so I just ordered it on Amazon, which is the 100 top Canadians, and I'm actually very happy. Some of the albums that I got, they're mentioned here. And when I grew up, you know, like back in the 80s, 70s, 80s, it wasn't cool to listen music from your own country like everybody else, so I didn't bother, but there's some amazing music in here. And it's funny to find out that I have a lot of these records already. So, oh Canada. And I'm gonna start showing you some used stuff that I got. Gonna just move here a little bit. I'm not too much into 12-inch singles, but this, I have to admit, this is the first song that actually cut my ear when I was younger. And it was a big hit back then. I think it was a one-hit wonder here in Canada and the US. And it's Peter Schilling, Major Tom. This is the 12-inch. And all these that I'm gonna show, these 12, they were a quarter each, and they're like in very good plus conditions. So I'm pretty psyched about this. I got these at a store that specializes only on French Canadian music. So whatever is English, he just, you know, like sells it at for $1 to get them out. This is second copy of Foreigner 4, because this is in much better shape than what I have for the quarter. So this is the Split Ends, Time and Tide. Just gonna run through these because I have a lot of stuff and I don't want to do a half an hour upload. This is Loverboy, Loving Every Minute of It. This is a guilty pleasure. Was a big hit back then. Platinum Blonde. Alien Shores. Everybody knows, you know, like crying, crying over you. And then some more Loverboy, Wild Side. I think this about completes my Loverboy collection. The Alan Parsons Project, and this is The Turn of a Friendly Card. Sorry for the glare. This is Pat Benatar, Crimes of Passion. This is some hard rock from the 80s, Airwaves, New Day. Couldn't get much info on these guys. This is some new wave. The Icicle Works. If you want to defeat your enemy, sing a song. For a quarter. Pretty good shape. Blood, Sweat and Tears, Mirror Image. Fusion rock here. Some more new wave, The Swingers, Counting the Beat, which I think was a big hit back in the 80s. And I'm gonna show you some of the used stuff that I got. Probably do this in 2 parts because it's gonna be pretty long. Some hard rock, YNT, which stands for Yesterday and Today. This is Earthshaker. I think their second LP. This I give it a spin. I'm not too much into it. It's some new wave. Graham Parker and the Rumors. The Parker Gorilla. Something like that. What I don't like about it is the big band, big orchestra at the back. Can't stand those. Even in jazz, I love jazz, but when there's a big band, forget it. It's too much. I can't. Who shown this? I think Pudsey shown this in one of his videos from last week. This is Blackfoot Tomcatting. It's funny how some people show some stuff on every week and like you just happen to buy the same thing, you know. It must be a vibe, a VC vibe going on. This is Mother's Finest, Iron Age. This is a promotional copy, not for resale. Yeah, right. Gofria. I think self-title. Another Gofria, Silk and Steel. Got a lot of hair metal from the 80s. This is like a folk songwriter. Dan Hill, Hold On. A singer-songwriter. I won't call it a bit of folk, but not too much. It's okay. This is considered one of in the top 10 heavy metal records from Canada. This is Trooper, Hotshot, Gatefold. And it's funny how I passed it up in the shelves and like I got the book, you know, from the top 100 Canadian albums, and it's in there. I just went the next day and lucky was still there for $1. Pat Benatar, Tropical. And this is I think another one. I just passed it on the shelves, you know, like the sleeve looked bad, you know, like even the lettering, and I'm glad that I went to pick it up because I saw it in the same book and for $1, and wow, what an amazing hard rock / metal album. It's good do. Who cares? If indeed it's lonely at the top, it's lonely at the bottom too. This is a kick-ass album for $1, man. Oof. Okay, the Royal Court of China, geared and primed. Some hair metal from the 80s. Mass, Voice in the Night. 38 Special, Rock and Roll Strategy. Fisher Z, Going Deaf from a Living. Laughing Dogs. The Laughing Dogs. All these, like I mentioned, they were all a buck. This is Graham Edge Band, Adrian Gurvitz, Paradise Ballroom. I like the record sleeve, so I'm gonna give it a chance. And these dudes look cool, man. Just hope I won't be disappointed. Just look at these dudes. Rock on. And some Red Rider from the 80s. I think this is their first album. This is Tom Cochrane. He went to get a big solo career back in the late 80s, early 90s. This is Thanks to Lazarus. I never gave it a listen before, but I saw it for a buck. I picked it up. It's Kitaro, Silver Cloud, in mint, near mint shape, because it's not in its sleeve, but it's in near mint shape. This is Will-O-The-Wisp, Leon Russell. Just picked it up, give it a chance. I like the sleeve, the artwork, so I know you shouldn't judge a record by its sleeve, but you know, like for a buck I can pass it up. This is some amazing French-Canadian folk / prog, Malicorne. This is I think their first release. It's a gatefold for a buck also. Very glad that I got it, and it sounds amazing. The musicmanship on this album is amazing. This is David Sylvain from Japan, Secrets of a Beehive. I think Jeff the Record Man have shown this. If he hadn't shown it, I would have never picked it up. Def Leppard, On Through the Night. Their first LP. Some new wave of British heavy metal, that's part of it. This is Def Leppard Hysteria. Kick-ass album. Actually saw them in the 80s on this tour back then at the Forum. Some heavy metal from the 80s. Accept, Balls to the Wall, man. This is a kick-ass album. And a much better one, Accept, Metal Heart. This is October Live in Chant à la Nuit. It's a live album. This is Peter Gabriel So. This is Peter Gabriel. It's the one that has Shock the Monkey on it. I forgot the title. Security, I think, not sure. Quarter Flash, some 80s rock. This is some new wave rock from the 80s. Love and Money, Strange Kind of Love. Not too crazy about it. This is an amazing album. John and Vangelis, The Friends of Mr. Cairo. Wow, what a trip. This sounds amazing. Lazarus, I know you're a big fan of Vangelis. So, this Guilty Pleasure. I know last time I've shown one of these, I told you guys that it was my daughter's album, but this one is actually mine. ABBA, Voulez-Vous. You know, it's like I grew up in the 80s. What do you guys want from me? You know, it's like, it's a classic. It's actually my first Warp record, so you see, you know, like I got punished for it, you know, for buying it. It's just, you know, like it's Warp. It plays alright, but the first song doesn't play too good. This is Manowar, Into Glory Ride. One of their first. It's funny how it goes from ABBA to Manowar, you know? Look at those pecs, guys. Sexy dudes. Some French-Canadian folk songwriter, Gordon Lightfoot, Gord's Gold. If I'm not mistaken, this is actually in the top 100 best Canadian albums. This is also Lazarus AD, Jean-Luc Ponty, Give It a Chance, Imaginary Voyage. This is Steve for Tillerman, Cat Stevens, For a Buck, amazing record. Simple Minds, Guilty Pleasure from the 80s, Once Upon a Time. And this is some hard rock from the 80s, Stingray. It's a self-title. And Hartsfield, The Wonders of It All. And Loverboy, Keep It Up. I think this is a second copy of this one. And I'm gonna stop here, otherwise I'm gonna join the 30-minute plus club of what's his name, I forgot, sorry man, our friend, oops, sorry dude, I'll give you a shout out on the next video. Okay, Nathan Morales, sorry. You know, I'm gonna join this over 20-minute club, you know, which is I know even me, for me it's pretty hard to watch all of the videos. I try to watch 2-3 before I go to bed every night because I'm going crazy, you know, opening my shop in a week and a half, so, and I'm doing everything by myself, so all the construction, all the furniture, the floor, everything, I did it myself, so I'm pretty proud of myself. It's gonna be a good looking record store, and I'll make a video for the opening of the record store and I'll upload it on YouTube. So guys, rock on, and I'll see you soon with part 2 of my releases that I picked up in the last 3 weeks, about 3 to 4 weeks. See you guys.